But just with the landscape companies that I deal with, I mean, the demand for landscaping, the demand for improving their living environment around their house seems to have dramatically increased over the last 18 months. So, I mean, what are you hearing out there when you start talking to your audience and your people that buy your books? What are you hearing out there?
So there's two things that I'm hearing. I'm also a business coach for developing landscape companies. And the biggest thing that I see from our industry is that the demand is far outstripping the systems of the companies. And also the hands, right? The actual working power of the companies. So there's a huge supply demand imbalance right now. And the biggest thing that I'm seeing is the inability to hire, the inability to actualize any growth at all. And the narrative, which is there's nobody out there, there's nobody out there, there's nobody out there. So I've hired 14 people this year. There's clearly people out there. It's about understanding, kind of cracking the code of how we attract people. What are the methods? Warm body pulse, that's not going to get you what you want long term. It's attracting people into your company because you want to invest in them, and because you're going to actually do the work to cultivate a culture within your company that's going to attract people with like-minded values, that they want that. So in my company, because we deal so much with environmental, sustainable, regenerative landscape, I'm attracting a certain kind of clientele, and I'm attracting a certain kind of employee. And what it required was that I went from selling to trying to figure out how fulfillment worked, how organizational chart and team building worked. And so I think what I'm seeing out there right now is that we definitely have a challenge with the workforce, because they've kind of thrown their hands up and said, yeah, I'm not taking your abuse anymore, employers. You got to treat me right, or I'm not going to work for you.
Yeah.
And then we have people at home, even, just more than ever, being home, seeing their home and needing something that is more than just transactional work. They actually want someone to help them care for their home and their land. And that seems like a big shift to me.